Hey everybody, it's Thursday, 5/1/2025. This is Eric, Nobody Trader. I'm just going to do a quick evening update. This is my disclaimer, which you should read. Just showing you guys what I'm looking at, the levels that I'm looking at, and it's all for education. Anyway, let's get right to it. So I'm looking, I got the MNQ, but same as the NQ. So here we are looking at the NASDAQ 100 E-mini futures contract. We've had a lot of green days up in a row. And this big tail candle, that's an indicator that there could be a reversal coming. So, we want to pay attention to that. You can only have so many green days, and you're going to have a red, whether it's just a pullback day or something. So, pay attention. The levels really haven't changed. We got rejected at this 957-ish level. And let's drop down to an hourly chart real quick. So, we ended the day, and then tonight they're running it right back up to this zone. So we've kind of been fighting over this level for a couple days. So that area is important to the market. I still believe it wants to get up here. Is it going to do it? That's anybody's guess. Right now they're doing a pretty good job of screwing both sides. They break the bottom of this, breakup candle here, and down we go, right? And pull everybody in, and now it's getting blown back up. So, I'm trading very small positions and just quick trades, like not holding very long at all, because you just get ate up with the way the market is, at least for me, because I don't just sit in front of a computer and trade all day. I wish I could, and maybe soon. And then right now we also have kind of what we're making here is this trend line on the hourly. If we get above that and retest this level again and close above it, I still think there's a good chance of getting up here. But, we're due for a pullback also. So that's why I say just be careful. Whoops, wrong thing here. Let's go back to the daily chart real quick. So we still have, which I think I talked about a minute ago, which is the 2252-ish level, which will be big resistance. They're not just going to walk right on through that one either. But we'll have to see what they bring in the night. And, we could wake up in the morning, this thing could be all the way down here. Just don't know. So we'll have to see what happens there. Okay, let's take a look at the SPY. Yeah, and so we have a gap, right? We gapped up to here. We did not make it to the 566.27 level. And now we closed beneath tonight at the 599.14, right? That's a little bit of a clue. We don't know exactly what they're going to do here, but we do have a small gap at this 556.58 to 557.97 that they haven't filled yet. And they like to come back. They like to come back and fill those gaps. And we still have this one down here also. So if we do get some reversal, some down days going, I'd be looking down here for it to fill that gap. But, that's a ways away. Unless there's incredible, terrible news. But that right there is a reversal candle for the most part. It's not perfect. It does have a little tiny wick there, but it's a top, it's above, there's a gap below. So I'd be very cautious tomorrow about going long. That's what I'm going to do anyway. I forget I should just be talking to myself, but let's look at an hourly chart real quick. So on the hourly chart, they've definitely dropping her down, but we've got to get. Let's see, where was our gap at again? Here's 555.27. I'm gonna run back to the daily chart. 555.27. So they've filled the gap tonight. It looks like, if I'm looking at this chart correctly, which I think I am. Yeah, so they filled the gap here. It's trying to move back up. We'll have to see what happens. But these main levels are still in play, every one of them. That's important to the market. Look at the rejection off of it, and they finally break it. It's probably going to come up for a retest tonight or at some point tomorrow, and we'll see if we get back above it. But we did break, looking at an hourly chart, we did break this, kind of uptrend here. I guess it'd be more like that, but it was pretty much straight up. So it's due for a pullback. Time is more important than price in the market. Okay, so big levels are the 559.09, and then we have the 552 area, which it could come back down there. So we'll just have to see. Quick one on, there's NVDA. Let's see what this thing looks like. Mercy. So, man, this chart is something else. Gaps and breaks and you name it. There again, long wick, tail candle. This is a signal that we could be going down, and we got this gap to fill here from the, say, the 109 level. From where's it at? We closed here at this 111.50 area. So, not only do we have a profit level here of basically the 110, there's a good chance if it gets to there, it's going to come fill that gap at the 109. And then it'll probably try to retest the 110 level. That's what I see there. Let's look at an hourly chart. Yeah, we straight up are getting rejected here at this 114.15 level for profit. So, I'm expecting and it's almost there after hours. We're coming back into the the 110 level. So be mindful of that. And down, if we go crazy down, we're down here at the 105.51 along with this trend line, which is, obviously it's going to change depending on where it comes into it at. So 105.51 will be support if it gets down there. Let's look at Tesla real quick. Let's get to a daily chart first. And rejected again up here at the 290 level. And we got a long tail. Now, this is a little bit different because of the sequence it's in. So it could really chop in this range. It could continue on down. So just be careful. And if the SPY and everything else is going down, well, I guess Tesla doesn't always correlate. But, just be careful because if I look at this right here, we're starting to build a little bit of a trend line there. So we could chop in between this, break down the 278.25 or the 278.50 level, say. That'll be good support if it gets there. But we'll have to see if it holds. There again, and all this stuff I'm looking for hourly closes above or below support and resistance. We can look at an hourly chart real quick. And so we're already closing below this our profit level here of 278.50, but we'll have to see what happens. It can totally change direction in the middle of the night. So just be mindful of that. If we do break down even further, we're looking at the 266.60 area for support. And that's about all I got. Please like, subscribe. You can follow me on X. And then I'll do a kind of a weekend update. We'll go over the charts and do a little bit longer video. But those are the levels that I'm looking at for tomorrow, the big ones. And there again, profit gives us these areas before we ever get there. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching and have a good night and good luck tomorrow.